Let's just put this in context. This is the first outing for the Korean team, who are just months away from going for an historic 10th consecutive women's Olympic team title.
Yeah, so a lot of pressure on their shoulders.
Huge. They've done well to get here, and it will be Korea to start the match off. Up first, it's the 19-year-old debutant, Nam Soo-hyun.
9.
Lim Seon going third.
10.
Debut season last season, winning the first 2 World Cups that she attended. And that is a pretty impressive start. Should we be surprised?
Maybe not. They have a pretty extensive selection procedure, and well, it's difficult to make the team in Korea in the first place, let alone getting to the World Cup final and, or the finals of the World Cup stage. But I'm sure that the Chinese team will also be looking to get it.
Shooting on home soil. They also start with a 9.
7.
That has drifted off into the 7. Of course, we're in a set system here on Recurve Sunday.
Yeah, the set system it permits you to maybe not get out of the gate so fast, and you can still get back into the match no matter how big of the difference the first set is, for instance. But obviously it's still good to win as many sets as possible from the get-go.
Seven. 9.
9环
So after the 3 first arrows of the set, it seemed like Korea was just going to take this set without any issues. Now they have kind of opened the door a little bit for
9.
China to get back into this set, and they can still get 1 or 2 points if they shoot a high score with these second 3 arrows.
Yeah, 3 10s for China to pinch the first set. Lee Jiaman completing the first 10 of the 3 they require. And Zhao Li to the 10 as well.
So after the first rotation, you would expect Korea to get this, but now with a 9, they will split the set, and with a 10, China can even take this first set.
In the hands of Anki Zhan. Oh, what a start from the host nation here. Korea trailing by 2, start the second with another 7.
Yeah, so Nam Soo-hyun is really struggling to get into this match, but it's not quite over just yet.
9.
9环
9.
9环
And 2 9s is not bad, but if you have a 7 on the board, then yeah, the 25 doesn't get you so far, especially against a fired up Chinese team. It's being called a 9 on stage, but I think it's an 8. I think it's just out. That's called a 10, but I'm also fairly certain that the judge will have a good close look at that, and I would argue it's maybe closer to a 9 than a 10. No doubt about that one. That one isn't.
So 3 arrows that we need to go to the target judge at the end of this set to find out what the actual score is for China.
9.
So this is the first time I get to see the technique, at least, of Nam Sojun. But what stands out to me is that her front shoulder is really, really far in line. As we take a look at Hyundai, but very, very in line with her front shoulder, which is, it makes it easier to stay in full draw. It makes it biomechanically easier to stay there, but also a bit more difficult to really fire a powerful shot.
Okay, 54. Not a bad score out of a potential 60, but there is a massive chance here for China to take a 4-0 lead.
They're not really making it easy for us here with the line calls, but I think that one has a good chance of being a 10.
So a 10 here for a provisional 4-0 lead. Oh, that's drifted out into the 8. Head in to the final furlong ahead of the Paris Olympic Games.
9.
This is an important set as well, because Korea doesn't only need to shoot well, but they also need to win the set to stay in the match. So if they only manage to tie, the Chinese team will take the win.
9. 9.
So like I mentioned before, China just needs to tie every arrow that Korea shoots and they walk away with the win. Obviously they will be looking to shoot more points, but well, technically speaking, they don't need to shoot more points. They just need to tie the score of Korea.
And Qishan could do with hitting the middle here. So, opportunity now for Korea. This is in their hands. If they were to shoot 3 10s, they'll be on the scoreboard and back in this gold medal match.
Little interesting thing to note here, and we just walked back from the line to her coach, and then the coach adjusted her sight, which typically is something that the athlete would do, but I guess they just leave everything to the coach so they can solely focus on shooting.
Korean coach staying cool, calm and collected as we can expect.
10.
Well, they are potentially living up to all those expectations with these last 3 arrows. Lim Seun a 10 here to put Korea back in the match.
Nine.
Not quite safe just yet, because if China shoots a perfect 30 with their second rotation, then they clinch the match. But these arrows are pressure laden.
Nine.
So that 9 means that China cannot get to 57 and Korea are back in this. We get to see a little bit more of this new look Korean team.
Yeah, and I feel like they are starting to get into the groove, because not getting any arrows out of the gold and getting a couple consecutive 10s, I think they're starting to feel more comfortable on the stage now.
6. 10.
Hello.
Six.
That might be a very costly arrow.
Jun Hyun drifting out to the right.
10.
And that might do two things. It might put some doubt in her mind, but also it's like a push in the back for the Chinese team, thinking, oh, we have actually a really good chance here in this set.
Opportunity presented. Wow, another 10 here. And you've got to back the host nation for gold. Oh, it's not just a 10, it's an X. It's absolutely brilliant. Korea trying to look away from this to stay focused and in the moment.
8.
Okay, so that 8 kind of gives Korea a bit of light at the end of the tunnel. Something to... a little bit of hope, I would say.
Well, without hope. There is nothing, and that is an important 10. This is a big arrow now. Jun Hyun shot a 6 with her last arrow.
9.
Very close, but if Lim now manages to shoot a 10, they get a 55, which would mean that if China then stays within the gold, they clinch the match. So
10.
She is in the 10. Now the pressure switches over to the Chinese side of the shooting line. There is a huge opportunity for a big win here for China on home soil.
So a 9 and an 8 is enough. Or 10 and a 7, or anything better than that.
Well, there's that 8. So a 9 is enough to get to 55 and share the set points. And that will mean China will take gold at the first stage of the 2024 Hyundai Archery World Cup Series. Oh, into the middle, and look what it means to the Chinese team here in Shanghai. It's our first real sighting of this all-new Korean team, and China have taken them out here in Shanghai.